Nothing too crazy. Alright, in the top left, he's down 1-0, playing Protoss, wearing blue, from clan Best Friends. It is the Red Bandit.
And at the top right, also from the bestest friends, it's Franscar, the Brit currently living in, I believe, California?
Yep. Is that too much information? Maybe we shouldn't give that information out to people.
Oops.
I don't know. There's gonna be people like hunting him down now because he's so handsome.
He's
like,
pretty handsome.
Oh, Franscar. Now I know you're in California. There's only like 100 million people living there.
Standard.
You know? I have no idea how many people actually live in California, but it's a lot.
It's definitely not that many.
Yeah, almost a third of the country lives in California. That's probably not true. I don't know.
Yeah.
35, 40 million? I don't know.
I don't know. There's only 7 million people in the world, so
I think you might want to check the spelling of those words again. So, as we mentioned though, here, let me give Franscar his point. Oh, there it is. Low ground mains here on Desert Tech, with another similarly sized choke to the other chokes we've seen so far tonight. So the natural is in the high ground. Well, not really a high ground, it's more like on the main ground. So, no ramp there. A few options for the third. Generally, you're going to want to be taking this as your third, but in these positions, these players might not want to expand toward their opponent. It really kind of depends on the kind of play they want to make, what kind of units they're going to be using if they want to push through their third like that. So, I wouldn't surprise me to see Franscar take like this bottom right base as his third, or somewhere else kind of sneaky around the map, as Zerg likes to do that. They connect their bases through Nidus networks, use really mobile armies such as Lings and Mutalisks, and defend that way. The Red Bandit does go for the Forge first this time, probably because it is a 4-player map as opposed to a 2-player map, and he wants to make sure that if he scouts wrong, he'll still be safe.
I would have to say, yeah, we'll probably see both players expanding vertically. But
yeah, most likely. Although I don't know. I think especially in this matchup, Protoss might want to stay a little bit tighter with his expansions. So
yeah,
Franscar does lose 1 Ling, but he's found the Red Bandit at this stage. Franscar's expansion finishes up. The Red Bandit's is already done. And hopefully we see a nice, decent macro game here.
so Franscar is taking that top left base,
Yep.
or the left base, you know.
The base to the left of his regular base.
Yeah. There's actually no ramps on this map aside from the main and natural.
Okay, we have chats helped us out here. The population of California is 38 million.
30. Wow.
38,041,430. Thanks, chat. You're the best.
Yeah, that's a few people.
It's a few, yeah. It's a decent amount. So not quite the 50 billion I was thinking, but you know, close.
I think 50 billion is
Billion, million, billion.
or 50 Zella gets owned.
Yeah.
No, 50 million, I believe, is South Korea or North Korea. I can't remember.
I doubt it's North Korea. They don't really have food. So
Hey, have you seen Pyongyang? It's gorgeous.
it's like the one shining beacon of like livable space in that country. So, all right, once again, throwing down the Twilight Council and the Stargate by the same time as the Red Bandit. So hopefully he does get detection at some point in this game though. So, and also working on the +1, so he's gonna be going for pumping out those Corsairs, gonna go Overlord hunting. It'd be really cool to see him go Sair DT. I would love to see that, since he is getting that Twilight Council too. Probe's gonna get over here. He's gonna see the third base, so he definitely knows about it. So, first Sair's on the way. He's getting Zealot leg speed. Okay, so he's not going in straight into that Templar tech. He might wait to get it until he's cleared out some overlords, or maybe he's just not going to do it at all. So, some Zealot legs, some Corsairs, +1, getting the +1 ground as well. In the meantime, Franscar does have both Zerling speed and melee and ground armor on the way. And he's starting to get ready for those DTs or Corsairs with some Spore Crawlers. So he's got one of the natural, just one of the naturals so far, so he's going to be parking his overlords over those. Oh, he does have one of the third too, my bad. And the Corsairs already have one overlord kill, so Franscar totally ready for this. Scouting overlord saw it the whole way. Nothing to worry about. So, got a couple parked over this one. So, he might be able to pick one off, but at what cost? If you can get some more Corsairs, though. Go ahead.
Franscar is actually being fairly active with the Zerglings. I mean, he's got Lings at the front and both potential thirds. I do kind of wish he would, you know, just in case, have a Ling patrolling the bottom left 3 bases.
Yeah, but at this stage he's also got his Zerglings out front, so
yeah.
he'll know, especially with that wall there, I mean, he knows that there's no probe getting out of there anytime soon, so he's going to try to be able to, he should be able to spot one coming out if it does. Alright, and the Sairs are starting to get some work done, so we've now had 5 overlords lost. Totally missed them killing a bunch of overlords, I apologize. We're looking at those active Zerglings. And start getting some more. And now he's supply blocked Franscar, and he's really severely supply blocking Franscar at this stage. Does lose another Sair, so he's lost 1 Corsair. Okay, that's only his first one to lose. I'd say it's worth it at this stage. He's killed a lot of overlords. So Franscar's got to be careful with those OVs. And we have Fleet Beacon on the way. Scouts? Carriers? Oh my goodness. Banelings? Banelings? What kind of crazy game is this?
Those are in Starbow?
We've
What?
got Fleet Beacons and Banelings? And the pylon is down. And here come the Zealots. So this will be interesting to see if he can get some good... Oh, all the Banelings do go off, and those Zealots are running away. They want none of that. Those Zealots will die so fast. Gets back in the choke. So, absorbs the Banelings. Nice thing there with the Red Bandit came out just in time, so that he could absorb those shots on his Zealots, as opposed to taking him to his forge or something like that. And he does have 1 DT out. The issue is, there are so many Spore Crawlers that have been dealing with this that I don't know if they're going to be able to get a whole lot done in the bases. Oh, and we have another engagement over here. So, Zealots, a couple DTs, fighting off these Lings. That DT could stay out there. There's no detection anywhere close by the DT, so... Alright, the thing about Banelings is you have to have enough Zerglings to follow them up to make good use of that armor debuff.
And Franscar, clearly watching the stream, has a Ling patrolling the bottom 3 bases.
Smart. Very smart. Alright. We do have Lurkers on the way, but they're not done yet, and this is a lot of Zealots we're going to deal with, along with some DTs as well. So there is 1 Spine Crawler here. Nope, 2 Spine Crawlers here. So, able to defend. Good job from Franscar. Some, good investment into that static defense. Kept him alive there. So the Red Bandit has taken a decent lead though, and he is getting his 3rd up. So, and he's getting that Robo. Once again though, that is coming up late. Lurkers are already on the field. He's just now getting that Robo Tech, so I'm interested to see what he was thinking with the Fleet Beacon, if he's going to be moving in that direction or not. So, he is just continuing to build those Corsairs. It might have simply been for Corsair +2. Does he have that upgrade? No. Just +1 right now. Zealots and Dark Templar are running in, trying to get into Franscar's main. There's Corsairs just getting killed by a Spore Crawler. And there's no Spine Crawlers or anything down here in the main base, so these Zealots and Dark Templar can really go to work. Continuing to hold this choke here. We'll eventually lose these units, but that Dark Templar is free to do whatever he wants. So he's going to come down in here. There is 1 Spine Crawler burrowing. Most likely burrow just in time, but if the Dark Templar can get on top of it, no, will not. So he's just going to try to see what he can get done. In the meantime, that lurker is continuing to attack this third base of the Red Bandit. Does he have his observatory yet now? He does. Does he have any observers? No. Oh, the D-Web. D-Web going down. That's what he wanted it for. He wanted to get that D-Web upgrade. I must have missed that. Yeah, he has D-Web now, so those Corsairs can do whatever they please without any sort of Hydralisk on the field. So, continuing to supply block Franscar. And they're going to have enough energy to D-Web for days. So, without more Hydralisks, these Corsairs are free to do whatever. But the Red Bandit does lose his third. So, the Red Bandit is, I don't want to say he's all in right now. He is up in supply, but he might not want to even bother with a third base at this stage. Continues to just massacre Overlords. This is a really cool play. Of course, D-Web is OP, but it's still a cool play. And yeah, Franscar just cannot keep his Overlords alive. He can't build Hydralisks because he can't keep his Overlords alive long enough to build any. He's had to invest so much in Overlords. How many Overlords have been lost this game? 26 Overlords and 3 Overseers. Wow. So, Red Bandit can probably go ahead and get this third now. As far as the units for Franscar, he's got 5 Hydralisks, 5 Zerglings, and 1 Lurker. Not enough to really do anything about this army that the Red Bandit has. So, he's going to go ahead and throw up that third. He might not be aware that he can probably just end the game. Couple of Hydralisks here, but once again, especially if he's got he has one High Templar in production, and he's got 1 on the field, so he starts getting the High Templar count up. He hasn't really been able to do that due to not having that third gas. It can really spell disaster. And these Corsairs continue to just fly around looking for Overlords, continuing to supply block Franscar. And he's getting air weapons too. Wow. Oh my goodness. So many dead Overlords. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Is there anything more satisfying than popping an Overlord? I don't know.
It's hard to say, actually. I've gone Viking Ghost against someone before. But that's another story.
Viking Ghost?
Yeah. In StarCraft 2.
Just so they can't detect. Yeah, the Red Bandit is really pushing in here. Franscar initially sent a big army down to the bottom of the map. Must have brought that home. And there's probably just too much Protoss here now.
Definitely. I don't see Franscar winning this.
Yeah, really cool play. He just eliminated Franscar's ability to make units, basically. Every bit of minerals that were coming in had to go into Overlords, So this is something that can happen if Zerg doesn't get a Spire and start getting Scourge out to deal with the Corsairs before the Corsair fleet gets too big. Because at this stage, the Corsair fleet is so large that even if you built Scourge, it wouldn't matter. They'd erase them from the game before any of them could connect. Continuing to supply block him. Oh no, they're sitting over these Hydralisks. They're pretty durable though. Continues to, wow. And now the ground army is over the third, while the Corsairs to strike the Hydralisks. This layer is most likely going to go down. I mean, there's just not even enough Hydralisks just to deal with the Zealots.
GG.
So, really good game there from the Red Bandit. So we will be going to game number 3.